What would happen if the wonders of today's medical industry were around in the past? Would Houdini with his burst appendix have lived years longer? Could Marie Curie's cancer have appeared? Would we know why King Tut died so young? While we will never truly know the answers to these questions, what we do know is that the medical field is constantly making advancements. This is one of the reasons why I chose my career in the medical field. What feels like many years ago, I took lots of quizzes that career cruising offered, including the matchmaker quiz, skill quiz, interest quiz. The results of these quizzes placed me in two career clusters, which were health sciences and law, public safety, corrections, and security. When I took my quiz on career cruising, my top 3 career results were to 1, become a neurosurgeon, 2, to become a general surgeon, or 3, to become a dentist. I chose to become a general surgeon. This then made my opportunity cost becoming a neurosurgeon because it was my next best option or choice. I didn't want to be a neurosurgeon because I do not like the idea of working with the brain. I began to research and I learned that surgery has had a very sketchy history. The first evidence of surgery was found in France and dates back to 6500 BC. It was a surgery called a trepanation, which involved a hole being drilled in the patient's head. Surgery more like we know it began in the 1800s. Surgery after that slowly began to have its breakthroughs. For example, in the 1900s, the chance of dying was finally under 50%. Nowadays, surgery has come so far that we even have specialized surgeons. There are vascular surgeons, neurosurgeons, plastic surgeons, oral surgeons, general surgeons, trauma surgeons, and even many more. I wanted to be a surgeon that works on lots of different parts of the body, so I chose to become a general surgeon. This leads into the question, what does a general surgeon do? General surgeons perform operations on lots of different things, like the endocrine system, the gastrointestinal tract, the colon, the liver, and most major parts of the human body. General surgeons will perform gallbladder and appendix removals. They do things like colonoscopies, thyroidectomies, and bariatric surgeries. They do surgeries that are fairly common or minimally invasive to things like organ transplants or removals, which are extremely invasive. A general surgeon works about 50 to 60 hours a week, and this does not include the time that they're on call. The average general surgeon makes about $360,933 a year. Both positive and negative things came with this career choice. One major positive was that I'm able to help people every day. Another was that general surgeons make a very good pay. A third was general surgery can be done almost anywhere in the world. Sadly, there were negative incentives too, such as the long work hours, the lots of schooling and residency that it takes to become a general surgeon, and being a general surgeon is very stressful. For my Make Your Mark reflection, I drew a rainbow. This rainbow is made up of lots of little dots. These dots represent the good deeds, the little things you do every day. I would hope that one day, all of the little things I do would come together to make one big picture. I would hope that through my job as a general surgeon, I would be able to help people feel better. When it came time to pick a college, I chose to go to KU. There are multiple reasons for choosing this college. The main reason was KU is close, so I would not have to pay for the expensive cost of room and board. And KU also has a great medical program. Without room and board, the tuition is below $10,000. To become a general surgeon, it takes approximately 4 years of medical school. After that, it takes about 4 to 6 years of residency. When looking at my budgeting, you can see that after college, I moved to Boston, and I share an apartment with my 2 roommates. After the costs are split 3 ways, I pay a little over $1,000 a month on my apartment. I have no car due to the very expensive cost of parking in Boston, so I use a simple method of public transportation, which costs about $85 a month. My utilities are fairly cheap and take up only 2% of my budget. This is partially because it's split between my roommates, and some of it is also covered by my landlord. A very large chunk of my money goes towards discretionary, as I give almost 15% of my earnings to charity. I also have a rather large part going towards food, as I plan to eat out regularly. $2,754.13 of what I make each month goes to taxes. Sadly, with my budgeting, there were some trade-offs, such as having no car, yet again due to the expensive cost of parking in Boston. I have roommates instead of having my own personal housing, and I lost about $800 in my savings to pay for malpractice insurance, which would cover me if I were to be sued by an unhappy patient. So, why am I excited about becoming a general surgeon? I want to be a part of the new breakthroughs, the life-saving procedures. Seeing people recover from illnesses that were once deemed death sentence is my motivation. I want to make sure that everyone, including all of you, are able to live long, happy, and healthy lives. And that's why I want to be a general surgeon.